Alright, yo, what's up everyone? It's Shooting Game Weekly, episode 132 for In the Hunt. This is going to be a arcade game from IREM 1993, submarine horizontal shoot 'em up with graphics on par to Metal Slug is the big allure here. And today, going to be joined by guest Juno. Hey Juno.
Hey there.
And Dumplechan as well. Hey, Dumplechan.
Hey guys.
And co-hosting for this episode is going to be Extruder X as well. So hey, Extruder as well.
Hi.
Yep. And so we got these guys here, and we're going to be looking at Juno's 1 credit clear of In the Hunt here in just a bit. But before you even get into that, why do you guys like In the Hunt, and why did you decide to go for a 1 credit clear, Juno? I mean, maybe we should start there.
Okay. In the Hunt, I first played it on the PS1, I think back in like 96 or 97. And I just loved the IREM style graphics. It just really attracted me. And it was a lot different than other shmups. Like, you control the pace of the game, and there's a kind of like a methodical kind of way you have to approach each stage. And also the bosses. I really love the bosses in this game, and the music is really amazing, so that's why I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I never actually done a clear until this year. Like, I'd always like go into MAME and like credit feed once in a while. But I decided this year, I'm just gonna get a 1 credit clear.
It's just time to do it, it's just that time.
It's just time. Yeah, I've been credit feeding this game for so long, and just appreciating like how good it looks and how it sounds and everything, that I just wanted to get that clear, and so I got it.
So like, how simple is the gameplay in this game? Like, I mean, it seems like it's pretty straightforward, right?
It's not the hardest game to play. There are harder games to play. It is challenging, but you have to be very methodical with your approach towards everything in this game. You can't just rush ahead and expect to do good with just your reflexes. You most likely will die, and you probably continue a lot.
So is it like Metal Slug, where you get different weapons and whatnot then as well?
You can get 2 different sub-weapons and 3 different missiles.
Mm-hmm.
The green missile is basically a spread shot, which does a lot of damage. It's basically like the shotgun in Metal Slug. The blue missile is like a vacuuming torpedo kind of thing, where if there's enemies around it, it'll actually suck them into the torpedo, like the trail. The third one is just a piercing shot. It's like a normal shot, but it just does more damage, pretty much.
Could you repeat what the second one was again? You turned into a robot there on Discord.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
You're good now.
The second torpedo, basically, it's like it sucks in enemies around it, like the trails of it.
Okay.
And it does constant damage, pretty much. Yeah, it also depends like on which section you play. You have to change your weapons around. You can't just use one weapon the entire game. Well, you could, but it's better to change up your weapons.
I see. So we'll see like some weapon routing in a way than in the 1 credit clear here. Cool.
It's definitely a lot safer to play that way.
Mm-hmm. I know. When I've only played this like maybe a handful of credits myself, and usually what happens is like I get overwhelmed by just how detailed the game is, and then I just suddenly like I'm blowing stuff up, and then I'm dead. Like, how hard is it to get over that hurdle of just how crazy the graphics are, and actually looking at where your character is, because that seemed to be actually a struggle.
Yeah, it's an insanely detailed game. There are all sorts of nice touches you'll notice as you start shooting, the torpedoes come out of the left and right sides of the front, or just the way things very satisfyingly crumple and explode, especially in the channel stage. It's just gratuitously detailed with huge numbers of frames of animation. But after a while, you just sort of get in the zone and you're just focusing on, what do I need to dodge? What do I need to pick up?
That's one of the main reasons why I like this game. It just looks amazing. Amazing for its year too, like 93, I think.
Yeah.
No,
In the heart.
is it like the same artists who do the Metal Slug stuff?
Yeah, same people.
Okay.
Same guys.
Yeah, there's I think four names from the credits that are in the Metal Slug credits as well. And Akio, the designer, I think is the same lead designer from R-Type. So
Exactly.
it's like R-Type and Metal Slug had a baby.
Right.
Yep. It's another
like-
game that I like.
Except Metal Slug did not exist yet. It's in 96.
Yeah.
So this is pre-Metal Slug.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty big point. I didn't realize that, I think. Wow. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Good.
Interesting. Okay. Well, shall we jump into your one credit clear and start talking about more how badass this game is and whatnot?
I have to preface it though.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one credit clear with hard dip switches, and while like the majority of the arcades, they don't really give much value to them. IREM games do, and like in R-Type, it was quite a discovery that, for instance, the default difficulty is difficult and not normal on the US version. So it was actually harder in most of the arcades back then. And as Scoop points out, there are several differences on hard mode, such as enemies' shots are faster, choppers drop bombs more often, enemies have a bit more HP except popcorn, ground and ceiling turrets shoot faster and have shortened cooldown, bosses have more HP, and the rank. The game also has rank. We all
Okay.
love rank. Yeah. If
So-
any of your weapons reach its max level, game goes full rank based on its difficulty. Juno, do you actually upgrade your sub-weapon to the max?
Yeah. Yeah, I do upgrade to the max.
Yeah, so this run is also interesting in that it's also going to feature some max rank on this particular difficulty.
Another thing is like on hard dips, the differences are really like discrete. Like it's really hard to notice that bosses or enemies have more health.
Yeah,
And
sure.
yeah, same goes for rank as well.
So it's subtle, yet it is all that stuff is there.
Yeah.
You'd agree? Okay.
Let's get
Like
to the run.
I'm pretty sure if you could do a 1 credit on default, you can do hard. Like no problem.
I see. Okay. Let's get the replay ready then. See here. Pop that guy in. Alright, so I'm gonna do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go, and we shall take a look at Juno's 1 credit clear of the hardest difficulty on In the Hunt. As I turn off this R-Type 2 music that we had in the background there. Okay. Here comes the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Beautiful, beautiful title screen. In the Hunt, it's actually a very deep game. Of course, because you're playing as a submarine.
Aw. You fucked it, man.
There's those whales. The whales are just noping out of there.
Never skip the whales, man.
Alright, how about the controls? There are 2 buttons in the game.
Yeah, you have the front torpedo and the overhead torpedoes.
Which
But-
also drops bombs, apparently.
Yes, it also drops these little bombs that slowly descend.
So that's one button that does all of that, or
No, there's
No,
two
two.
buttons.
okay. One of them is the upwards and one of them is the forwards.
Yes.
Okay.
You only get 3 torpedo upgrades and 2 sub-weapon upgrades.
Where are we
on
gonna
the
s-
subsurfaces?
Where are we gonna see
It's-
the upgrades? I was wondering about that. Is it
These
like an
kinda little-
upgrade ship?
Like these little letters that fall off of the enemies, they're like in little boxes. They're underwater because you have to collect them by passing over them. And yeah, while surfacing, your top weapon kind of transforms and you get access to just various guns and missiles. Because otherwise, like, surfacing is a pretty major element of this game, just gameplay wise. You can aim your gun by moving forward or backward, for instance.
There at the bottom, there's some treasure balls, and if you get 100 of these, you get an extend. So you can get, I think you can get 2 extends. There's about enough for 2.5, but you can get 2 if you clear the game.
Cool.
Yeah. Also, if you have like upgraded weapons already, and you continue to pick up upgrades, they actually count towards your extend. That's that's one thing that people don't really pick up when they play this game.
Yeah, you have to surface if you wanna hit the enemies over water, like in any way,
Yeah,
because
you
your
have to
projectiles
surface.
won't reach otherwise. These ice beam lasers just freeze
Yeah,
everything.
these-
It reminds me, of Zexx.
Yeah, these things don't kill you, but if they freeze you while an enemy is shooting a torpedo towards you, yeah, you're done.
You guys didn't want to mention the story of this game or anything. Do you guys care about that? Because I noticed there is some lore. Before we get too deep here.
I think there's lore, but
Oh yeah, so the DAS is the Dark Anarchy Society, and you're in the Granvia sub trying to stop them. The pilots are Gene Takahara and Rei Takahara, and there's a whole manga. I think somebody in chat posted a link to it. I haven't read the manga,
Oh,
but apparently there's a whole story, a backstory that goes along with the game.
oh yeah, I actually posted that because I found it.
Just like the Batsuit Gun manga that was released recently. More shmup mangas.
that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
The first boss already incoming, and whoa.
Yeah, the
It already
bosses are pretty straightforward. But they can get really dangerous though.
I like how you really have to aim your shots because like every single missile counts. Not like this rapid fire stream that we are all used to.
Yep, no auto fire.
Press every single time.
Yeah, it's a deliberate game, deliberate pace and shots.
I think it might have influenced Darius Gaiden in some ways because it came 1 year later. What are these stage totals? Are these like destroyed enemies?
That goes towards your point total, I think.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, how about the scoring system in the game? Just how can you increase your score if you want to? And is it a really like good score system?
I think the score system is like pretty basic. There's only like a couple of milking spots. There's the undersea area, and I think the last level or stage 5. Other than that, Not too familiar with the scoring. I mean, just getting a 1 credit clear is pretty rough.
I
Yeah,
know
because it's so different from the other shmups. Like, the mechanics, having to move around like that, just aim your shots. Just it's pretty different from just all of the other games I've played.
Yeah. And these missiles right here, these are invulnerable. So you have to like boost them and maneuver your way through. And yeah, like I was saying before, that's why I was waiting there. Like my gun's already really, I think it's like level 2 or level 3. No, it's level 2 right now. But yeah, that goes towards your extents. So you always want to pick up the weapon drops.
Does it have to be the same weapon that you're using to fill that up, or?
No.
Okay.
Green is nice here because it'll just go through the walls, so you can kill things on the other side even before you've blown through.
Wall hacking.
Nice.
Yeah. Going through this area without taking your time, you'll surely die. Like, you cannot make it past this part without taking your time.
Yeah, it's a nice change of pace compared to, like, again, the majority of shmups. Like, most of IREM games are like that, where you have to just settle down and think.
Yeah, like memorization. Because your sub is, like, so slow.
What about the timer then? How can you increase your time?
If you hear a kind of droop in the every once in a while, that's the timer getting refilled, and I think it's just for reaching a certain point in the stage. So you'll get a pretty good timer refill every so often.
So they want you to use the time to kill stuff, but you also need it to beat the stages, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Timer-
pretty generous apparently.
The timer is not really a huge issue until you get to the last stage. But
Okay. That's good to
we'll get
know.
that later. Yeah, the timer is pretty generous. This boss is, yeah, you kind of have to fight this boss the way I'm doing it. This is the safest way. It's pretty straightforward. Just go under the blue head and then, you know, use your upward missile while spamming the front missile. But after these guys do this pattern like twice, they'll actually start to home in onto you. And that's when it gets really dangerous because they don't have like a set trajectory. They actually are kind of random.
Yeah, Jameis was asking, do you get more score if you go faster? But yeah, as we mentioned, the game's scoring mostly operates on milking, and so you have to stay in certain spots.
Sounds like Metal Slug scoring.
Yeah, just knife everything.
Yeah, Metal Slug scoring takes forever. And it's not the most exciting thing to watch.
Yeah, you don't really get much space to move around there, so...
Yeah, this level channels you into just a narrow range. This is also the level with, I think, the most gratuitous environmental destruction. You'll see whole office buildings and houses getting blown up in the background.
Fascinating.
Woohoo! Screw your office.
There's a little safety first sign in the background. Kind of ironic.
Yeah, sub-pilots. Sub-pilots are cooler than the office workers anyway.
Yeah, you can destroy all these houses here. This stage has a lot of choppers and like I think one mini boss. I mean, if you count it as a mini boss.
You can just make out "Have a nice day" on one of these billboards.
Well, we do.
This part is actually, if you rush here, you actually die. That's why I was making one of those planes spawn. If you make 2 of them spawn, they could actually they can actually drop missiles in a way that you can't pass through. So it's like ensured death if you don't know that.
Okay, nice. Like, you can't really aim the missiles once you surface. Like, if you use the Gatling, like, then you can aim it.
Oh, there was the first extend.
Yep. I personally like using the homing, but I think the Gatling does more damage.
Yeah, so it kind of rewards the skill of the player, so that, yeah, he has to aim.
Yeah, exactly.
Good balance. Yeah, that's glass shattering just across everything. It reminds me of Batrider, except it came much later. Yeah. The stage is pretty straightforward apparently, but yeah, I like the theme. Like that, every stage has some sort of a theme, just different challenges. That's something that more shmups should really do.
I saw a question in chat about your hitbox. It feels like it's not that big, but it's a sort of a thin horizontal bar. So like you can thread through really tight spaces, but it feels like you're vulnerable from toward the front to toward the back of the ship.
It is actually very important to know the hitbox of the ship.
Yeah, but still, it's big enough, so to speak. It's quite fair. It's just like the another IREM game released around the same time, Armed Police Gallop, which features this huge police car just moving around the stages really fast, in which you also can just speed up and back. Oh yeah, I see this background being reused in Metal Slug. Yeah, kinda.
This boss is actually very easy, but he can be very dangerous because the left arm that I just blew off, sometimes you see how it's shooting the laser? It could actually spawn right on top of you. So you have to be ready to go underneath the water if that happens. It has a second form, which is coming up right now. Basically just falls into the water and does like this it's like random bullet path thing. That's the most dangerous part of the boss right here.
Yeah, it looks like the RNG could seriously screw you over here.
Yeah, I've died a few times fighting this boss. And I timed the I took all the weapons there, so I got extra points. Well, towards the extent.
Oh yeah, what are the differences between this and the Japanese version?
Stage order.
Game? Yeah, stage order. Again, just like in Batrider, we'll kinda where you get to pick the stage. Okay.
Yeah, I think the Undercity level comes first, and then what is it? The Titan stage, where you have to run from the Titan. That stage comes first, and then the underwater city.
That's quite interesting. Yeah, it's called Kaitei Daisenso.
Yeah.
These red bubbles push you up toward the top. I remember when I first played this, I thought they would kill you, but they just slowly push you up to where you can get hit.
Physics shenanigans.
Well, this is crazy.
This part is probably the most dangerous part of the stage.
Wow.
You
Reminds me of Jeff Smiles.
Yeah, you have to use the balloons here. They act as like a little wall above your ship. If you use the missiles, fine, but it's a little risky.
You have to use your weapon to protect yourself. It's a good idea.
Yeah. It's just like a little wall. This part, you have to take your time, otherwise you'll die.
Yeah, there's a spawner on the top, apparently. Just like, in other like IRM games. They like these. It just continuously appears and you have to scroll past it.
Yeah, pretty much.
This
That'd be your
shotgun
milking
weapon-
spot, I guess.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
perhaps.
milking spot.
Okay. Fun.
Like the part with the volcano rocks. Yeah, that was the milking spot.
Okay.
There's gonna be a little sub boss right here.
Damn.
There's no rocks, thank God. But oh yeah, this is what I was talking about before. If you actually don't scroll all the way down here, it'll spawn 2 of these bosses.
What?
But why?
I don't know.
That's
It just
pretty
you
good.
kill one and then another one spawns. Like this is how it is.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I feel like Darius Gaiden was seriously inspired by that to some degree because it has its fair share of other water levels, and one of the mid-bosses that you can capture it looks like this. Also Progia to some degree, like Junya Inoue, he noted that he liked the game to some degree.
Man, that torpedo's awesome.
You have like if you want to make it past this section like safely, you have to use this torpedo.
The
Is it-
ripple.
Is this level 3, the max torpedo here, or?
It's blue, so yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, this is the blue weapon's time to shine.
If you
That's
actually
crazy.
take your time there destroying those subs, they'll actually just keep coming in bigger waves, and you'll eventually get overrun. So you have to
Huh.
advance forward
Okay.
while killing them.
I see.
So far it's a no miss, and does the environment kill you there? Like the terrain?
This boss, do not even think of trying to fight this boss without the safe spot.
Cheesing.
Wait, so you can run into the terrain?
Terrain
No,
is safe, but the rocks erupting out of the volcanoes will kill you.
Oh, I see. There's a little hole there. Okay, yeah,
So you can touch it and not be destroyed.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Yeah, this is okay. This is crazy. I didn't expect this turtle dragon guy.
It does look amazing, doesn't it?
It's like Contra 3.
It's like this underwater Hydra, and it just looks so
How
it's so
does-
well animated.
How does the fire even appear underwater? It has to be just really, really hot.
Yep.
Yep.
That's how you know it's hot.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of Celsius, Fahrenheit, everything together. I wouldn't say it's weird that it doesn't auto-scroll, because the fact that you can scroll the screen yourself, it's really good for IRM style game, because you get your time to approach each section just as an actual submarine pilot would. Pretty realistic.
An actual submarine pilot. Come
Well, that
on.
makes sense.
Like to some degree, come on.
I know what he means. But yeah, the boss is pretty simple, and it looks amazing.
You
Yeah,
have
that
to
was-
You just have to
That was
abuse the
nuts.
safe spot. You're not gonna beat that boss without that safe spot.
And at the same time, you're picking your spots carefully. It looked like.
Mhm.
So.
Blue Revolver was episode 100, by the way. And this Titan.
The fighting Titan.
When he looks around, that was fucking classic.
Oh yeah, it's just like, as usual, the protagonist opens a box that he really shouldn't, but he has to.
Was this like the Dark Anarchy, like fucking crazy stone golem experiment or something?
It's just some like ancient god golem thing.
What are they called again? Dark Anarchy something?
Dark Anarchy Society.
Ah.
DAS.
I don't even think this thing is related to them. I think we just like came
This is,
across
oh shit! It's just
We just came into the wrong neighborhood.
it. Yeah, exactly.
this. Oh wow!
It won't actually chase you down and just like body slam you. It'll wait.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
You made it look like it was chasing you.
Yeah. When I cleared this, I was sure that I had to keep running, so I just booked it as fast as I could, and only later did I realize I could have just taken my time.
Funny. He just wants to play.
Yeah.
That's rubber band.
Another thing to point out, his breath actually pushes you upwards.
Huh.
So you don't want to stay in front of like the top of his head.
Is it only where the
Otherwise
bubbles
you might get
are?
pushed. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually going to be using like a safe strat here. If you have the spread shot, you could actually go to the left side and just keep spamming the weak point.
That's pretty gory.
Yeah.
That
It is
might
very
fly out of
gory.
a socket.
It
Yeah.
did shock me with the first time I played it when I was a kid, but
I know, right?
So you'll notice that he was hanging on to the walls and punching up with those big beefy arms. So he's got like hand to hand to hand to hand combat.
yep.
Had to sub.
If you notice, like in the background of the stage, it's like so much detail that there's actually like other Colossus in the background. They're just there like dormant.
I see.
So
I see.
there's possibly more than just one.
Oh, when the rocks fell, was that a scripted thing in that boss, by the way?
No, you can make them fall by shooting upwards.
Okay, so you just kind of did that at the very beginning.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you have to.
Oh, okay.
This is the final stage. This is a stage where you really have to know the hitboxes and take your time.
But you have to take your time in every stage. Really
No,
meditative
I
game.
rushed a little bit, but this stage you really have to plan things out.
How much health? This game does not have health. You have like 3 submarines right now, like 3 extra ones.
I
Oh,
could
God,
have more extends, but there's a lot of points that I missed where I could have gotten them. Like during the seabed ruins, if I took the right path, I would have gotten way more. I probably would have 4 subs by now.
Yeah. Scoop mentions that he played through this game and kind of like speedrun it. It's possible, and he finished with less than half an hour time. While this run, in comparison, it's like 35 minutes.
Yeah, you can do it, but generally
fast.
it's like around 30 to 35.
Not bad. Not bad. Not too long, not too short, type of thing.
Yeah, that's generally my range for arcade games. Is around the 30 to 40 mark.
You can sort of read this writing on the front, and it looks like it says "Never say die" and then still IREM.
Huh.
Yeah, there's like a little writing there.
That's cool.
Never knew what that meant, but
Das gut.
yeah.
I'm trying to get that one in.
This is a really dangerous spot. There's missiles flying everywhere. There's also some off-screen missiles that are coming right here. You kind of have to predict them.
I like these boats on the top, like just trolling, just bombing you going by.
Yeah, they're always coming by, the little tugboats.
Tug onto your heartstrings.
These things are back. These things
Yeah,
are really
this
cool
part's a little
too.
tricky.
The hitboxes. Gonna squish yourself in.
Yeah, like right there. See, it went through the top of the ship.
Frogger returns.
I think one of the Metal Slugs has one of those missile gauntlets.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Almost got hit there. This is a little mini boss. He's really easy. You just keep blasting him with the spread shot and then go through these missiles.
Yeah, kind of like the Gradius big cores. To some degree. Yeah, this spread gun is really cool. Like, I loved the shotgun in Metal Slug, but hey, it didn't have infinite ammo like this one.
That part's easy. You just go over the top. And this is the missile gauntlet. You have to. This is harder than the other missile gauntlets, like the one we had in stage 2.
Yeah, difficulty progression makes sense.
So I'm guessing you pretty much need this weapon here to do this, otherwise it's pretty tough.
It's a lot easier with the spread shot.
Because it's the that fanning out part in the front.
And this is the final boss. Basically, you just have to dodge a bunch of bullets until you actually get to the first part of the boss, which is the back of it. The rank is full at this point, so it's gonna have a lot of HP on each part of the boss. Also, I probably shouldn't spoil it, but there's a point of the boss where it like shoots out these red balls, and they're just like flying around, but they're all random. So you have, and they're indestructible as well. Yeah.
This is a little like the battleship stage from R-Type in level 3, where you go all the way around the boss, blowing it up piece by piece.
Yeah.
Metal Black stage as well.
So the first part's pretty easy, and this is the part I was talking about. If you don't have the missiles to lag, to take advantage of the lag, this part is extremely dangerous.
Oh, that's cool. So you induce slowdown and take advantage of it. Yeah, that's interesting. The RNG spared you this time.
Yeah, this is all RNG, and you have to do this twice. The second time, it's actually way closer to your ship.
It's so satisfying to watch.
Yeah, this is funny. I just like how it's like wiggling over there, throwing this shit at you.
Yep.
It's really fed up with you.
It is. And it has so much HP. Alright.
That's just one part.
Yeah. Titan.
Oh, man.
Darius Gaiden is also kind of shout out to this boss because you also destroy it like by parts like this one.
It's those missiles again.
Yeah, you can't do anything about those missiles, so you kind of have to use this strat, this like hit and run strat right here. It also could take forever, depending on how you hit it. I think this is like the most annoying part of this boss, to be honest.
Yeah,
You have to take your time.
But you have to take your time everywhere. But here, you just grab your armchair and just start rocking around. Yeah, bring it on, game. I want some more red wines.
Yeah, this boss has a lot of forms. It's like an infomercial voice could pop up and say, "But wait, there's more."
To be honest, I wouldn't mind if this boss had like 4 or 5 more parts to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this boss alone takes like 2 stages.
Oh, it's pretty fun to fight this boss, just not this part.
Well, yeah, sure. the background. Like, it looks like some kind of underwater base.
Okay.
There you go.
Finally, this place gone. And the timer. Oh no, it's
Yeah,
only 22.
This is the big problem. I actually took the wrong sub weapon, so it's timer is a huge factor with this boss. If you don't like take advantage of the balloons, you could possibly time out on this boss, which really sucks.
You just lose a life or a timeout, right? Or is it worse?
The timeout uses just one life. And
Okay.
you lose all your upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't really talk about like what's recovery like in the game. If you want to talk about that now, Like-
It's really not that bad at all.
not bad.
Yeah.
And you get a super generous invincibility window of like, feels like 3 or 4 seconds.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
you do power down, but you have plenty of time to get back in position.
Exactly. This part has a set pattern. You want to go under the boss as soon as it appears, and then for you know how you see how it's like going up and down. You do that. You let it do that twice when you're above it, and then you go under it again, and you just repeat the process.
Gotcha.
And
Just a
then
little memo there.
it switches to the front here, which is this part's actually a lot more dangerous.
Oh, yeah. The text says, "Never say die." Still, and then something else.
It looks like IREM.
Yeah, I
You
do see the
IREM.
IR. Yeah, at least there.
IREM will never die in our hearts. Yeah.
See, under once, and then stay up here for 2.
Yeah, if you do, this is a perfect example of macro dodging versus micro dodging. Like micro dodging, that's really tough. With macro dodging, once you know the pattern, it's easy.
Yep. And this is the problem. If you have the balloon sub weapon, the faster way to kill this boss is to actually stay under it and use that weapon from the bottom,
Oh.
which I did
Uh-oh.
not do. Which I did not do. So actually, the time actually kills me right here.
Whoa.
You got hit.
Yep. Well, the timer killed me. But I haven't gotten hit yet.
I mean, it's like an assault. Yeah. Or was it you are hit? It was something like that. Oh yeah, you are hit. Yeah.
So
Sure.
at this point, I lost all of my upgrades, and I need to finish off the boss still. This is a point where the hitbox, knowing the hitbox actually really helps.
Oh wow, I like how just the missiles that the overhead missiles, they also fly to the left because the screen is moving to the right so fast. It's really
Yeah.
amazing. And the bombs that you drop also, yeah, slide to the left side. Yeah, this is quite a long challenge and fight.
You could actually, yeah, if you know the hitbox, you could actually squeeze between these missiles, but it's so dangerous. If 2 of them come towards you, you're probably gonna die.
Yeah, the best defense is a good offense. Oh yeah. So that's why the boss takes so long that you died, and like you no longer have your weapons powered up anymore. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Can take a little bit longer.
and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, if you're
One-
not at max rank, the time isn't nearly as much of an issue. This is he has just absurd HP here.
Yep, the boss has a lot of HP.
Yeah, and so
Whoa.
this run is only a 1 miss to the timer. So Juno did not get hit throughout this entire run. Quite impressive. And the credits. Yes, a lot of stuff staff
I mean, wait a
makes-
second.
yeah.
Wait a second. A time over. I mean, I mean, the ship blew up. That is a hit.
It blew up from shame.
But yeah, still a great run.
Yeah.
GG.
Fair amount of staff there. Yeah, makes an appearance in Gun Force 2, Metal Slug, and later series.
That was a cool
And,
ending
yeah.
with the huge explosion underwater.
Yeah, and you see that sub. It's probably your main character. Well,
Really?
This really,
yeah.
Yeah.
this confused me a lot because when you do the credit feed ending, it's like all happy and stuff. But
Yeah.
when you get the 1cc ending, it's like your sub is just dead in the water.
I wonder what that's about.
It almost feels like they mixed up the endings because usually you get the better ending for the 1cc, but here, for whatever reason, you get the bad end if you're really good, and then you get the happy end if you had to credit feed.
There's got to be some reasoning, right?
We don't know.
Like maybe when you beat it without continuing, it's like maybe the ship is like malfunctioning from having to fulfill the duty or something like that. I'm just kind of guessing.
Running out of oxygen, maybe. It's so deep.
But speaking of that other credit feeding ending, we're gonna check that out real quick, right?
Yeah.
So this is, yeah, like you say, there's a different ending if you use a credit at the end. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it's just if you credit feed at all, or at least before some point in the last boss.
Okay. So this is we're gonna take a look at the alternate ending here. I will do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, about the question of the chat. Yes, you can destroy the boss without a timeout. Yeah, another difference. If you end with like a credit feed clear, well, to some degree, it writes end at just at the how much stages you completed. And if you want to see it, it says pro.
Yep. Stage 4. It's really not that hard to recover in this game.
Yeah, the recoveries are all pretty easy. Maybe if you power down at the dragon boss, you could be in trouble.
The people
Yeah.
jumping off.
The dragon, yeah, or Hydra. If you die and you lose your upgrades, that's really risky.
Yeah, the people jumping off, just the people are so disappointed with you taking more than one credit, so they just poof. I have no hope in this player. Congratulations, you
that.
deserve it. Yeah,
It looked like
That was-
celebratory jumps to me.
Then you get a little wave from the helicopters.
yeah, go away.
There was like a
Don't-
name. There was like a name at the bottom of the screen there for a moment.
I think that's just a MAME glitch there.
Kono on Barani. I don't even know what that is. Maybe.
Interesting.
Maybe in the comments we'll solve the mystery. But yeah, that's the game. In the hunt.
In the Hunt, possibly the best submarine themed shmup out there.
Yeah, I agree.
IREM also made Squoon, or however you pronounce that, on the NES.
Is that a submarine game?
Yeah, another submarine game. That's pretty solid. If you have been playing Rekka and you hit a wall and you want something a little easier, play Squoon.
I think I've seen that before. Also, the ports for this game are actually really good too. They're worth playing.
Nice. I forgot to list that the game's also on PC on Windows 95. I don't know.
I did not know that.
Like, I guess, yeah. If you're still rocking your old PC with the Windows 95, you pick it up there, or something. But yeah, this is cool to see. Yeah, I was wondering about those recovering. So it sounds like you guys talked about that a little bit, dying at certain places. But it seems like you can get through still if you're good.
Yeah, it's really not that bad trying to recover, but if you die during the last boss, like you might get a continue.
Especially if like you only have like maybe 1 or 2 lives remaining, you might run out of time at that point.
Yeah, and another thing is like when the boss is doing like the RNG like bullet pattern, it'll reflect all the shots, or the shots won't go through them. So a lot of your shots will get eaten before it could even reach the boss.
And that's if you have low power.
Yeah. So
okay.
You're gonna be stuck there, like shooting all these invincible bullets the whole time.
Yeah. That sounds kind of annoying.
It's really annoying. I lost a few runs from that happening.
So, how long do you need to spend playing this game to get a 1 credit clear? For people who are thinking about maybe trying it themselves, what kind of dedication do they need?
If you're experienced, like in shmups and stuff, I guess, or just 1 crediting, you probably could do it in just like a week or less.
Playing a few hours a day or something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty reasonable, right?
Yeah, it also depends on how you learn games.
Yeah, so like when you were just playing it before and, you know, just doing credits and stuff, like what was the hard part about just casually playing it for you, I guess?
The hard part is definitely the volcano.
I see.
Just trying to go through the volcanic rocks and the part right before the boss. Because I would actually stay back and keep shooting the subs without knowing that the subs will keep respawning at a higher rate. So it forces you to move forward.
Did you guys ever play co-op in this game?
Co-ops, in my opinion, is kind of rough. But
Is
no.
it because there's so much stuff going on, or is it slowdown, or what?
I think it's both. Oh yeah, another thing is that if you do co-op and you both make it to the end, there's actually a little extra stage where you have to fight each other.
Whoa.
Like you actually,
That sounds badass.
I think you get like a life bar, or you get a certain amount of hits that you can take. It's not just 1, and you both just have to kill each other. That's it.
That's crazy.
That's a plot twist.
Yeah.
Well, there can only be 1 supreme sub.
It's like, yeah, you will just for the whole game, just try and just go in together, and then after that, yeah, okay, we are fed up with you. Yeah, go kill each other.
Yeah, that's basically what happens.
That's Double Dragon style right there.
You don't even get any upgrades. They just put you in the center of the seabed ruins, and then you guys got to fight it out.
Why do you think like they became rivals?
I don't know.
I mean, aren't they related? Like the two characters are related, right? Didn't you say the names?
Yeah, Ray and Jean. Maybe the manga explains that the dark twist.
Oh man, so like they have that in the game, so it's like you have to wonder like what the fuck's going on, and maybe that's the whole thing with the ending too. Like maybe they just want people to wonder so that they go like buy the manga.
Yeah, that has to be a really rare manga because I did not know about that for like years.
You have to spend 2 credits for a better ending. Pay to win.
There's got to be some like stupid reason for the reversed endings there.
It's just a surprise ending. Like you just don't expect it. It's really cool though. Like the first time I played co-op through MAME and Calera a long time ago, I was playing with my friend. We completed it, and I just let go of the controls. And he was like, "Yo, you got to come back. Like we're fighting each other."
Nice.
Like I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill my friend.
Yeah, Kylera. I remember seeing this in GGPO. I think had it, or rather, still has it. I think. I don't remember.
Fightcade? Nah,
Fightcade?
yeah.
I thought Fightcade maybe had this. Okay, maybe I'm lying then.
Nah, it's not on there.
Well, in any case, Kylera is an option to play arcade games online with people.
There is also a Chinese client called GoTV. If you ever heard of it.
No.
I've been using it since like 2012, I think, or 13. It's just it's like QQ. If you ever heard of that, or Arc Live.
I haven't.
Well, it's just this Chinese game client where you can play arcade games online, and the netcode is actually pretty good.
That's awesome. I wouldn't mind having a link for that for people to check that out.
They actually have Batrider and ESP Galuda and all those good games on there too.
That you can co-op with people. Nice.
Yeah, and it also has built-in friends list, ranking, and it records replays automatically. So it's pretty like high tech.
That sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. People mostly play Metal Slug and Knights of Valor on there though. So
okay, I was waiting for something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go on there and see some high level play for those games, yeah, but not so much for shmups.
The people are requesting the link right now.
I'll post it like in one of the discords.
Okay, we'll get it for you, Crayfus.
Yeah,
we'll get the link, and it'll be in the YouTube video for sure. But yeah, any final thoughts about In the Hunt? Was a pleasure having you guys here, of course, talking about this.
Yeah, it's an awesome game. Go play it.
Yeah, the game has like definitely withstood the test of time. Like even in our year today, like the game still looks amazing, and
yeah,
it's definitely worth playing casually. And if you want to one credit clear, it's a really fun game, and it has good pace, and it's just the right amount of time to clear that game.
It seems like the most intimidating thing about it is the graphics. And then,
That's the thing with the pixel art, is that it doesn't seem to really age compared to like the low polygon, just PS1 kind of graphics. Most of them, they look kind of weird like nowadays, but yeah, not this. And so people like pixel art.
Yeah, and if you want to play, if you're worried about like arcade accuracy and stuff, like it doesn't matter. You can play the Saturn and the PS1 versions. They're really good too.
Nice. Excellent. All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up then for episode 132 on In the Hunt. Got this one pretty short and sweet here, just under an hour and 10 minutes. But actually, probably less than that, about an hour. It's a good length. It's a good game. So, till next time, everyone.
See ya.
See you
Goodbye.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you.